Hi! So today I'm going to show you how to make my very surprising brownies. Surprising for two reasons. Firstly, they're vegan and they don't taste awful. And secondly, they've got a couple of unusual twists to them, which may or may not be to your liking, but you can tweak these things.
It's looking pretty standard at first, isn't it? Flour, sugar, fat, chocolate. Yes, all the key suspects for a regular brownie. But behold, here come the guest stars. Guest star number 1, some salted nuts. Guest star number 2, a personal favourite of mine, some crystallised fiery ginger. Now these brownies bake really well in a casserole dish rather than a tin. I've lined it with foil and a little sheet of greaseproof paper. No oil required.
As always, the aim is to make this super simple, so we're doing it all in one large pan. Let's get the sugar in first. Again, you can use any type, but I prefer to use the brown sugar, so it goes 1 cup of sugar. Next, some dark chocolate. You can use any type of dark chocolate. If you're vegan, just make sure it hasn't got any milk in the ingredients. Now you could, if you wanted to be extra creative, try a flavoured dark chocolate, such as these, raspberry or almond and orange, both of which would work perfectly well in brownies. Try not to be tempted to put some in your mouth. 5 tablespoons of oil. Sunflower oil is fine, or rapeseed oil, or anything else with a mild flavour. Cocoa powder, 3 very generous teaspoons. You might call it 4 actually. So look how heaps they are. 1, 2, 3. Last one for the pan party is the vanilla essence. Just 1 teaspoon should be ample. Then we're just going to very gently melt it all together, stirring from time to time. As it melts together, the aroma will start to diffuse around the room and you'll think, just want to delve in there and try it. Don't be tempted, just hold off. Right, once it's loosened off quite a lot, that chocolate, you can gradually add your milk. So I'm using soya milk. Stir continuously as you add this. And you may need to turn the heat down a bit. You don't really want it to boil, just gently melting together. If it starts to look a little lively, as in like volcanic type of activity, just turn the heat off or remove it off the heat. And just continue to stir, and it should turn lovely and glossy, silky smooth. Okay, it's time for your little extras here. Ordinarily, I don't measure paraphernalia such as these. I just kind of do it by eye. But I reckon about 1/2 cup of nuts. I'm just using salted peanuts. I'm using Julian's salted peanuts. About 1/2 cup, which is most of this packet, unfortunately. In they go. I'm coughing because I was a little bit greedy. I started eating some ginger out of the packet. Don't do that without a glass of water. Okay, I'm going to put about 1/2 cup of crystallised ginger in. If you don't like ginger, you can use other dried fruit, such as cranberries, or even orange peel, you know, citrus peel you only usually use at Christmas. That works quite well in here. In it goes. And just give it a little stir. So today I did find some baking powder at the back of my cupboard, so I'm going to use 2 teaspoons in my flour to make these brownies rise. So we've got the flour and baking powder in here, or the flour and bicarb, or if you're fancy and manage to stockpile, you might have some actual self-raising flour. Let's sift it in. Oh, there you are. You don't even need to use a spoon. You can just give it a little shake.
Then you're just going to take your spoon and fold the flour in gently. You don't need to go mad, just stir it like a crazy thing. Just gently fold it in.
Oh, what's she making?
Oh, he's here again.
Oh, what am I having today?
I've used some of your nuts, honey. Hope you don't mind.
Hey, yo!
Your cakey nuts. Time now to pour it into the cooking vessel. Oh, this is nice doing this. And to make sure you don't waste any of this valuable mixture, use a spatula. Just scrape round the sides. Give it a little jiggle just to even it out slightly. And it's ready for the oven. Should only take about 15 to 20 minutes this, so set your timer and keep a smell out for things developing.
This here is how it should look. It will crack a little on the top, on the surface. It should be a little springy. It should be slightly gooey in the centre.
Now this is the danger zone, people, because you'll be tempted to take it straight out and try it. Let it rest, let it cool for at least 5-10 minutes or so before you attempt to lift it out, or else it'll just all cave in. Believe me, I've tried. Yes, I'm a bit of an eager beaver. I've only waited 5 minutes. However, I'm going to have a go at turning it out. It's still quite hot. I'm going to attempt to lift it out without burning myself. So here we go. Use the foil. Hopefully you've left a little surplus at the edges. And just pop it out. Ooh, bit of a Brucey bonus. You don't even need to wash the casserole dish. Look, comes out so cleanly. Peel away the foil and it's ready to slice.
And hopefully you can see how lovely and gooey and soft it is in the centre. Cup of tea, Annie?
Oh, thanks, you. Oh, any cookies don't like that to go with you.
Ah, actually, funny you should say, but freshly made brownie.
Ooh.
All for the love